What's up, YouTube? Dr. Depression here. I was playing with my volume, a little late on the intro. It's Finnala time, baby. I knew I was gonna like this character the second I saw her design and the second I saw she was solar, but I truly did not know how much I was gonna love this character. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. Passive Ember. Defeating a combatant inflicted with Finnala's own Scorched generates one fire sprite. Scorched. Lots of stuff to read. Causes combatants to take 24 solar damage every zero point 0.5 seconds, stacks 6 times. Fire sprites will be drawn to allies who approach or shoot them, granting them one stack of Ember recovery effect. Drawn to allies. Oh, wait. My teammates can pick up Fire Sprite? I didn't know that. That makes me like a tank healer? What the? That's nutty. Do other people know that? Well, hey, hopefully they learned something. Um, let's see. Funerary Flames. The bread and butter. Finnala leaps and spins to pull in combatants within a 4-meter radius, then quickly descends and slashes. This slash deals 2,400 solar damage and inflicts taunt for 6 seconds. Additionally, the scorched effect on targets who take damage will take immediate effect. Charging this ability will increase its range up to 150% and its damage by up to 100%. So fully charging this mug does 4,800 solar damage unbuffed. Oh my goodness. You guys have no idea how cracked this thing is. When the descent and slash from Funerary Flames hits a target inflicted with Finnala's own Scorched effect, she recovers 1,120 health and generates one extra fire sprite. This effect can be triggered up to 3 times within a single ability cast. So not only is it her nuking ability, it's her healing ability based on the damage, which of course it's her nuking ability, so it's just going to heal her to full. Funerary Flames deals 30% more damage, and its pull effect inflicts an additional 1 stack of Scorched for 9 seconds. So this leaves them with Scorched afterwards. The pull. So the pull will give 1 stack of Scorched. Is what it does. Creates a circular blazing barrier with a radius of 3 meters and a height of 6 meters around Finnala. The barrier lasts 12 seconds. Blazing barrier blocks 50% of incoming ranged damage and inflicts combatants who touch it with Scorched. After casting Blazing Barrier, casting the ability again before the barrier expires retracts it and recharges the ability based on its remaining duration. Reduces the charge time of Blazing Barrier to 10 seconds. So when Blazing Barrier was 14 seconds, I almost didn't feel it because of this, your ability to cancel it early. Mint. Finnala becomes empowered. Oh, Reaper's Descent. Ooh, that's tough. Finnala becomes empowered by the light and enters her super state. Holding the attack button while her super is active will perform a sustained spinning attack. Each spin deals solar damage to combatants within a 6-meter radius and inflicts Scorched stack for 9 seconds. While her super is active, Finnala's attacks generate 100% more enmity. I don't know what that means. The range, I should really Google that. Why haven't I Googled what enmity means after all this time? I am a slow boy. The range and damage of Blazing Barrier and Fiery Rampage are both increased by 30%, and Finnala gains plus 30% movement speed and high damage resistance. Let's see. Weapon mastery time, baby. Hitting targets with weapons while Blazing Barrier is active inflicts an additional 1 stack of Scorched for 9 seconds. So insane. Level 4. While Finnala's Blazing Barrier is present, auto rifle hits trigger an additional explosion, dealing 248 solar damage to all targets within a 4-meter radius of the initial target and inflicting 1 stack of Scorched for 9 seconds. This effect can trigger 1 time every 0.7 seconds. Sword attacks deal an additional instance of 248 solar damage to all targets within a 6-meter radius in front of Finnala and inflict 1 stack of Scorched for 9 seconds. This essentially just super boosts both of your weapons, increases the damage of Scorched to 200%. Oh, that's going to be good. So, what this means is both your weapon and your auto rifle get additional solar damage on them. So the way you're going to want to buff this is by ability and signature. So this is just pure ability boost. You don't, weapon enhancement doesn't make this do more damage. It'll make your gun do more damage, of course. And this, you do need your weapons to use that, but yeah. So you're not like losing by getting weapon enhancement, but it doesn't actually buff the stuff itself. Every one target defeated with Funerary Flames refunds 20% energy for Funerary Flames up to 60% at a time. So yeah, that means you get Funerary Flames up more often. If you kill 3 people with Funerary Flames, you get like a third of the cooldown back. Inflicting Scorched also inflicts suppression for 9 seconds. So this right here causes combatants to take suppression, reduces combatants' damage dealt. This right here is actually why I use Finnala in Shifting Gates, because traits are unlocked for everyone in Shifting Gates, and this means you can stop those Ning Feis from just like bursting you and your team down. So between barrier and suppression, as long as you hit your shots, or if you can actually take down these Ning Feis and Shifting Gates. So the really good ones are still kind of annoying to deal with. They oftentimes can just outplay and kill you. But like, you know, I'm just not that good at the game. If someone else was using Finnala and was better than me, they'd probably be fine. But the amount of Ning Feis that get up in my face and try and box me, and then I just pop my barrier and then pull out my sword, and then all of a sudden they're dead. It's like you can tell they're confused that I'm not dying. They're like, why is he not dead? What is going? Nah, it's, yeah, you fight back. Each stack of Ember also grants 8% damage resistance. So we have 8. So you can have 3 stacks of Ember at once, right? So 3, that's 24% damage resistance at a base on top of the 50% damage resistance from barrier. And then something we're going to get into here in a second, it's artifact time. We're going to get into that right now, actually. We're going to start the artifact discussion on... So as it turns out, Finnala's barrier is actually a barrier. I was, believe it or not, confused about this for the longest time because it's not like a static barrier like Cabers or any other barrier. It's like one that's around her. So I was like, does this count as an actual barrier? Because I'm not really blocking anything, but I've discovered it really does actually count as a barrier. So if you're not dumb, you probably weren't worrying about that too much, but you know, I am, so. So yeah, barrier is actually really, really good on Finnala because while you have your blazing barrier up, you will just literally take less damage. Where is something that has barrier? You must be kidding me. There we are. Increase barrier's durability. So I was like, well, this is useless because like this doesn't help me at all. But that's the base effect, right? When you look at the added tier, gain 4% damage resistance while within 10 meters of your own barrier. Our barrier literally follows us around. Freaking sensational. Up to, look at this. Look at this. Gain 21% damage resistance while within 10 meters of your own barrier. You must be kidding me. It's phenomenal, guys. It's great. It's truly just great. So for Finnala, barrier for sure. Let's see here. Barrier is one of the attributes. As far as the item itself, you can run Bulwark. I wouldn't recommend Chiaroscuro. You can run Bulwark. You can run Abundance in slot 1. I mean, you could run the Plantesimals, but like, why would you? I don't think there's a reason to. You're going to either want something that's going to give you more overshielding or make you take less damage, period. Full stop. I used to run this because it gave me healing, and that was because my only exotic at the time was this one. So it made sense to combo the two. I actually really like this combo, but then I realized other combos give you more damage, so there was not really a point. That's really it for slot 2. I'd either say run Bulwark or Abundance. You could run this, but I don't think I'd really recommend it. Bulwark and Abundance is really all you're gonna want. No need to really look further than that. Uh, Conversion is best in slot. I'm just gonna say you can use Relenting. You get tons of damage reduction in your kit, so you're gonna have fully stacked armored. But in my head, there's really no reason not to run Conversion since the pre-patch actually, before the official launch, or before season 1. My mistake. During season 0, you actually didn't get Overshield from using her stuff here. But they changed it in season 1 so that it works as it reads now. So now Conversion gives you full Overshield constantly. So the full Overshield is there constantly, and while you're generating Overshield constantly, the Bulwark is making you take less damage because of Armored. So as they hit your Overshield gets harder to hit, and if they make it to the health bar, by then your Armored should be fully stacked, and then your damage reduction is taking place anyway. Who cares? Finnala actually has a lot of options in this damage tree, so you can use Predator Evolution. This is actually a good deal on her. You can run Courageous Plantesimal, which I'm trying to... There's just really not a better option than this. There's just not. Because then you can just 1 and then fully charge the... You can 2, you can throw out Barrier, then fully charge the Slam, and it just does insane damage. If you weren't permanent Overshield bot character, this would actually be a decent item. Moving on, I think this is best in slot, full stop. You can either run this or you can run this. Bellicose Plantesimal is perfectly fine because, like I said, buffing your weapon damage is not going to hurt anything. And then this Bellicose Plantesimal, if you know you're going to be in something like the pit, where you're going to be at range a lot of the time, this is probably just going to be better, full stop. If you know you can get up close in the nitty gritty, I truly think this is the best for Finnala. Although you're going to want to reroll this vulnerability bonus for something else. For vulnerability bonus in that tree, I wouldn't run 2 weapon enhancements. Then again, your sword slaps if you do, so maybe you do just run 2 weapon enhancement. Let me see here. Yeah, no, you would just want what... I guess you could argue super boost, but maybe not. So, weapon enhancement. All right, and then for the last bit, the auto rifle. So, in my opinion, Trinkladier is not going to be the best. Trinkladier might be better for like coordinated play. If you know you're going to be in a squad, Trinkladier goes up in stocks. If you're on your own, I think Fire Rush is just simply the best. This weapon gradually gains up to 30% rate of fire and damage for the lower half of the magazine. So that's actually what helps you out-trade people a lot of the time. Final blows grant the next magazine plus 60% damage after reloading. If no final blows were made with the previous magazine, then reloading will grant up to 35% damage based on the number of hits landed. So either you kill something and get a ton of damage, or you don't kill something and you get a little bit less damage. It's good. So I think Fire Rush and Ensured Yields is the god roll for Finnala specifically. Other than that, you're just going to want Sweet Business. The game refuses to give me Sweet Business from Shifting Gates, and it won't give it to me from Ingrams, so I'm probably going to have it next time I'm able to get a Choice Ingram. But yeah, it was between that and the Huckleberry, and of course I got the low roll, so on the bright side, though, I got the Huckleberry. The Kakalik, I think, is going to be best here. Nobunaga, just going to throw this out there, is best for Shifting Gates because of the movement speed it allows you to have. This one is actually a really interesting choice in Shifting Gates specifically because you can, it doesn't run out of ammo. Like, because of this perk right here, Relentless Strikes, landing 3 light attack hits within 2.8 seconds grants sword ammo. So it just doesn't run out of ammo. And then you get coup de grace. So very nice. But here we're gonna have annihilation and dismemberment. Sword light attacks. Energy recharge on hit. Each light attack grants the next charge heavy attack 27% damage. So this weapon deals damage based on low HP, and then this is 3 stacks. So each light hit, and then I have the perk on this one too. So each light hit grants 5% damage to the next charge heavy attack. So much damage. Phenomenal. And then so talent tree. So I'm up to here. So we get the healing, we get the fire sprite. So increase max scorch stacks to 9. That's gonna be gas. Increases the duration of Ember to 10 seconds. That's going to be gas. Reaching max stacks of Scorched with weapon hits removes all Scorched stacks to immediately inflict the remaining damage all at once and trigger an explosion, dealing solar damage equal to 20% times Scorched's remaining damage to all combatants within a 4-meter radius. This can trigger up to once every 0.7 seconds. So this is essentially a super juiced version of, oh my goodness, when I get max rank Finnala, that's gonna be gasolina. So I personally find more value out of just buffing the Nexus interface mid. I don't like running weapon enhancement on her at the moment. I do prefer the pure ability damage. I just think the amount of ability damage you do is so disproportionately high. Like I'm probably not gonna get to show off much this round, not gonna lie, because of the characters they've chosen. We got a Tan and a Ningfei, but that means if I do manage to throw up numbers, like, you know, we'll have to see what happens. I'm not gonna make excuses. Pump out as much DPS as I can and let's see what's going. But this is definitely the lowest DPS character of the ones I have, which you'll see is not, it's not so much that the damage is low, it's just that her damage takes time to happen. So I need to heal, so I'm just gonna do that, and now I'm gonna heal the full. And past full, watch this, slam. And full overshield, and we're constantly ticking up overshield, and watch this. Now I can, and the overshield is refreshed. See, yeah. Before I can even get up there. Look at that. I cut into the health bar and the shield was gone. Love this character. Finnala feels very swaggy to play. So a couple tips for gameplay. Use your sword to move around in the air. Alright. Slide off, swing, jump, swing, and we're here. See? Slide off, swing, jump, swing. See? Look at that. That's a Ningfei, and he's back there. Swing, jump, swing. You actually get decent damage. You get decent movement. Here we go. Plantesimal. Binging. Look at that. That's through an off-color shield, mind you. Don't mind me. Just full overshield, not a care in the world. Ready? Ulti. 1, 2, slam. Blazing barrier. 1. Here we go. Slam. Cancel blazing barrier. 1, 2, 3. Dead. Like, I don't know, man. You know, this is part of the video. I just kind of talk. I'm very happy with the characters I chose. Even if it's taken a while to get them, like, you know, up there. I think I've been able to do all the content I wanted to do. And I'm honestly probably able to push some content I haven't even tried. Like, I haven't really touched the Expanse, even though I've been meaning to. But I don't know. Oh, you got it already. I was about to say, let's go ahead and check this out. And, you know, I actually get more value. Get that.
My light, please.
That's an ult. I'm telling you, they ain't never seen a Finnala like me.
For the Iron Lord.
So you cannot run. Oh, he tellied. I'm sad. Now I'm just gonna spin. So it's always better to save your ult for the second half of the fight. I truly don't know why I ulted there. Sometimes I just do dumb stuff. But now you'll get to see what it looks like when you play stupid. And I'll be trying to upload more frequently, so you guys will get to see some proper Finnala gameplay. Shut up. That's it. That's it. So we're not gonna get that. Ooh, we might get that ulti back up. I doubt it. Yeah, no, he's already popping them. But it's fine. We don't need to. 1, 2, 3, hit, hold, slam. Look at that damage. 2, 3, hit. That'll knock you up. Reload. And that's it. Tan put in that work. What? You can't make this up. Huh? America, explain. I really don't understand how I got MVP. Because I still somehow did top damage. 29% damage to boss. So like, and that was with unoptimal DPS because I wasted my ult. Like, I totally wasted my ult. I probably would have hit around 34% damage if I hadn't wasted my ult. So, I mean, hey, there it is right there. Finnala, the main tank bay in the game, came to play. So, thank you guys for checking out the video. I really hope you... I guess something I neglected to mention. When you jump with Finnala, your thing kind of gives you a little boost on startup. And you just... Whee, you get like a little float. And then you can't jump in your ult, so to get better movement, sliding is what you do. And then you can ult in the air. You can't ult while you're charging your one, but you can move in the air while it's charging. This is something I didn't mention properly during gameplay. So like if you want to get somewhere while you're charging it, you want to cover ground, you do like that, and then it kind of carries you over. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you learned something from my guide. I'm still getting them higher level, so they're still not rated for like the highest level content. So I will do some more guides later on how to use them in like higher content once I get there. But I'm taking my time. I'm sipping the game like fine wine. A lot of people are talking about the progression and stuff like that, but I think I'm moving at a steady pace. I'm happy with the pace I'm moving at, and you know, I'm not going to progress faster than I'm going to progress. So it's just enjoy the ride. So thank you guys for checking in. I hope you guys learned something. Any feedback is accepted. Thank you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.